not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Goblin Nation, to this amazing review of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian Season 1. I mean, we're gonna review the whole season, you know. It's back. It ended a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, it ended. Season 1 ended, and it was so good season. Oh my god. It's like the best start for a whole kind of thing. I love the hell out of it. Since beginning to ending, it was so good because at episode 1 he gets this bounty. Well, first he is like, you know what? Let's make him look like a real badass. That's really like somebody you don't mess with. That's what we get in for. Then he goes after this bounty, and he gets there, and GA unit is there too. He's like, I'm gonna kill it, and he's like, you're not gonna kill it. I'm gonna let you. The Mandalorian shoots that guy. He's dead. He goes back to this. He goes back to the bounty kind of thing. But well, first he's like, oh, should I do this? Should I really do this? On his way back, you know, he gets because a lot of bounty hunters want this. Lots of them, and so everybody's kind of going after it. So he fights his way kind of through it. And I think, is it before this or after this? I'm not sure. I think after kind of thing. Because he goes then to the bounty hunter kind of thing. He's like, okay, now I got you. Now we're gonna get the fuck out of here kind of thing. He's like, did I do a good thing? I give this baby Yoda kind of thing, this creature to some former imps. I think this is a bad idea. This was a real bad idea. I should not have done this. I feel guilty. I don't like the guilt. I'm gonna go back. So he goes back, shoots his way out, kind of thing. Doing some every episode, the whole kind of thing. He always uses his flamethrower. I think actually this episode, the last episode, I think he didn't. Maybe, I'm not sure, but there was flames from somebody else, that's for sure. Anyway, so he goes kind of thing. He does this whole thing of like, you know what? I'm a bounty hunter. I'm kind of thing. I get this. He gets also new armor. We find out there are Mandalorians beneath the kind of things. The Mandalorians, they all have their way. They're all amazing badasses. They're all awesome, and the Mandalorians. And he's a foundling. We later in the season find out his whole backstory, that he kind of got the droid army came. The droid army tried to destroy his town, but this is not a Mandalorian. He is not a Mandalorian. Mandalorian is more away than this kind of. But you have to be young. It's like Jedi. It's like the Jedi, the Sith. Then you have the Mandalorian. Also a great culture kind of thing that can keep being alive. Even though Mandalorians are mostly on Mandalore, they also have a bigger kind of thing as warriors, as kind of fighters. And he was a foundling. He got founded by one of the Mandalorians that saved his ass from the droids. He gets up, kind of thing, and since then he became a Mandalorian. And so now you know the whole story kind of thing of his history. He goes after kind of thing. Lots of bounty hunters want him, so he tries to get out of the way. He got this new armor. That's when he is like, okay, I did a mistake. Goes get kind of thing. Goes get them. Get out. But some bounty hunters don't like it. Even the one that gives him the contact. Though you are my favorite, but you know, rules are rules. You know. Then the Mandalorians comes like, hey, don't mess with our friend, with our family. Don't mess. If you mess with one Mandalorian, you mess with them all. So all the Mandalorians, this big kind of thing shoots out. He's like, if you gonna do, we have to move. That's the way. It's like, okay. So he gets with his kind of child in this kind of thing, and this Mandalorian goes in his ship, goes kind of thing. He wants to stay low. He goes on this planet, one planet that has this creature. Handu, I don't know. Hey, here's somebody that always answers with says, I have spoken. kind of thing. And he has this ammo kind of thing. He tries to, I don't remember exactly what happens, but he goes after this one threat kind of thing. He does a bounty thing. No, his ship gets broken down somehow. I don't remember exactly everything, but his ship gets broken down. He wants the thing back, and then there's Jaffa's kind of thing. Kind of thing, and he tries to get them, shoots some, then gets off it. Because his ship just gets demolished by those kind of things. Like, why did you do this? Oh my god, I hate them so much. I think also before this he fights Mudhorn. I think, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure when there was everything, but there is on some point a Mudhorn. And this Mudhorn, he could not defeat it. Oh no, that's after this. They tried to kind of thing. Yeah, they wanted to try to have... they want to give a trace, like, we need this egg! We want this egg! They want all of the egg. So the Mandalorian goes after this egg. That's when he meets the Mudhorn and has the whole fight. He almost gets obliterated on this point. Almost. Not entirely, but almost. And because of this almost, because of this kind of thing, the Baby Yoda does the first time his force ability. It's like, yeah, and that thing, and he's like, huh? Oh, okay, and it dies. So the power of 2 prevailed, even though he's like confused. What just happened? What just happened? What happened? And so they move on, kind of thing. They go to some other stuff. They end up. There are some other issues I'm gonna skip, because I'm gonna skip a lot. This is a whole season review. I'm not gonna go an hour of every episode, every fucking millisecond of that kind of thing. I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna do is skip a little bit ahead to when he meets this woman, Donna of some kind of thing. She was a former shock trooper, and they have a little bit of fight. They have a little bit of fight going on, yeah! This is a beautiful fight scene kind of thing against each other. Then the Baby Yoda shows up. And, shit! kind of thing. Anyways, they kind of show up. He is... well, of course, Mandalorian got his ship back after all that Mudhorn kind of stuff, and then he's like, I can always use somebody. It's like, no, I'm free. I'm finally free. I'm gonna live free. I'll be free, my dear, kind of thing. So the Mandalorian, Mandalorian kind of goes to this. They fight a little bit. They thought, it's like, you're bounty hunter. You're bounty hunter. I thought you were behind to kill me. I thought you were after to kill me. So they both try to kill it. Then they split ways. Like, this planet's mine. Mine. You go find your own planet. It's like, a fine shock trooper. She was a former rebel shock trooper, so she is gone. It's like, she stays there. Mandalorian goes back to his ship. Somebody is like, hey, we need help, man! We need help! Our village has got bombarded by those pirates! Those fucking pirates, man! And those kind of thing. We have money, we have things. It's like, we really need help. Eventually, it's like, fine, okay. But this is the perfect time for doing the kind of thing, you know, the shock trooper to help. So the shock trooper helps. We have this amazing horror kind of vibe of monster in the woods kind of thing, like big giant monster kind of thing. What's this? I don't remember the kind of thing, but this machine of the Empire. But it's not the Empire. It's caught by those pirates. And after a while, after some fighting, they get it down by some inspiring. Like, this was a real good episode. That one. Anyway. So eventually he leaves. Like, it's like, I'm gonna. I was like, you could have a family. You could have this, because they stick there 3 weeks or something. And she's like, you could stay. You can. Oh yeah, Baby Yoda would love to stay, but then the bounty hunter shows up, kind of thing, and she's like, he cannot stay, or he's gonna endanger everybody. So I'm gonna have to go. So they go, kind of thing. They eventually there's I think there's this other bounty hunter, some rookie bounty hunter that Mandalorian helps. Rookie bounty hunter is like, you know what? I got a big hat. I kind of think. I think the Mandalorian is very smart. I think I can help him. So he tries to kind of double cross the Mandalorian, kind of thing. Mandalorian wins and kills. Like, sorry, guy. But there was also this very, very awesome, inspiring bounty hunter. But yeah, he kind of that. She's like was one of that's played May in Agents of Shield, and I love her. I wish she had more screen time, and I hoped she had better that. But she tries to just talk the rookie from, hey, you should free me. Didn't work, but you know, good try. Anyway. So then we go to in this. After that, I think there was nog a couple. Oh yeah, before I forget, the 6th episode was a real also one that's a little bit more kind of thing. But then the Mandalorian still needs some money. He still needs to kind of go on. He still needs money. He still needs everything to keep moving. So he takes this deal from somebody that, first. When he was really, really way back before he joined the clan of bounty hunters. Before that kind of thing, something like don't ask questions, don't kind of thing. That's kind of going on, and well, it's this heist. They're gonna go and free this prisoner, and this is like one of them is a Twi'lek, and she is. I love the Twi'lek. I love her like mercenary kind of. Crazy insanity that she's going on. She loves killing. I like a lot, maybe a little bit of it. And she had a thing with Mandalorian because it's implied that she knows who his face of the Mandalorian. What we later find out also, like how he looks. But it's like, hey, we already know the actor, so we kind of do know how he looks. It was not like a reveal that he's gonna be a Twi'lek or something. No. Anyway, so. She kind of thing, the Mandalorian, she like, oh, she used to be kind of thing. They find out there isn't baby. They also find out that Mandalorian really changed a lot. Like, apparently before this, it was just target practice that he didn't care how much money he got. He feels like, hey, it's good target practice. So he was really, really like a murderous mercenary kind of way. Very, very dark, very, very cool. Probably very cool, but not so experienced as he is now. He is like more experienced now. He has a kind of way to go on. He must be just like very, very angry on that point. It's like very much angry, very much hate towards the droids that he still has, but like towards everything. He doesn't felt for somebody kind of thing, and the only one he maybe felt for kind of thing was this chick. That's crazy. Even crazier, so two crazy people make an even more crazy couple. Like, oh shit. Anyway, so they try to go on thing. They try to then they find out it's the brother of her that apparently Mando has like, you know what? I'm gonna betray him, leave him behind, kind of thing. And now they leave him behind. What was not a great idea. They're like, this is the worst kind of thing in a New Republic prison transport. It's mostly droids, but there was once kind of thing, and eventually, now he escapes. He escapes, and god damn it, everybody was regretting this after, because he goes one after each other. Everybody, he splits them all up. He gets them all in one thing. It's a horror kind of vibe, Predator kind of thing going on. He's hunting them all down, and none of them die somehow. One got between the doors, the other got on, it seems like a kill, but they're all alive because fuck it, he's not a worst person. Apparently that makes you not worse. I would kill them. I mean, it seems like that self-defense. You want to keep the kid safe. Also, one of the android kind of thing that was also there wanted to have Baby Yoda kind of thing, and blasted from Mando blasted from behind. The kid, you know, the Baby Yoda was looking at his hands like, did I do that? Did I do that? I did get it. Oh no, it's a Mandalorian. Okay, Daddy. Anyway, so we kind of had that going on. Then that was great. The brother kind of died after they went back, and it's like, okay, let's not kill Mando because he's like, hey, you want to you're gonna finish contract, right? Honor? He's like, yeah, I do, but I also had this tracking device of the New Republic, and they've tracked you here, and now they're gonna kill you because you just upload your weapons. So sorry, not sorry. Your own grave, bomb, and they die, kind of thing. And the Mandalorian goes away. So now we're at this final kind of thing going on. That's a Mandalorian gets a call. I think there is one episode before that kind of thing, or not. I'm not sure. But they're like, hey, we got this great kind of thing. Everything gonna be clean. You're gonna have no trouble. The bounty hunters hunting you down again. No. We have the idea. We have this beautiful idea of getting you there, because now every empire, the whole empire kind of thing is going on here. They're all trying to, now they have taken over. I don't like it. I don't like that. So the idea is, you come back, I am at the baby kind of thing. We do like we're gonna give it, we're gonna give it. We're gonna give it to them, and but we're not, we're not gonna do that. Why would we do that? No, we're gonna betray them, and then we kind of slash out kind of thing. So the Mandalorian's like, okay, that seems like a double cross. So I need people that I trust, people that I may. Oh yeah, the shock trooper. He gets the shock trooper. He gets the one that says like, I have spoken, kind of thing. I don't remember. Now I don't remember his name eventually. But he's like okay, but those things go with me, kind of thing. Also the high Jew unit where the Mandalorian is like, no, and he's like, I have spoken. It's like, fine, he comes along, but he doesn't get in anywhere near that near that child. You understand me? Nowhere near it. Anyway, so they got kind of thing. The leader of the clan is like, okay, this is gonna be great. And then they get attacked by some stuff. The baby Yoda heals him. He's like, okay, now I have second thoughts about doing this. So, hey! shoots the other bounty hunter. It's like, okay, our kind of agreement was actually to betray you. But after seeing this, I actually want to kind of thing. I don't want to do this, I don't want to kind of imagine that in the hands of those imps. Those former imps kind of thing. Oh, no. I don't want that! I don't want that! No. I want something better. I want kind of thing. So, the Mandalorian kind of is like, okay, but that it is not over going near. He's gonna go back. So, he's like, I have spoken. Okay, he's gonna go back to the kind of thing. The IG unit is still in his kind of thing. Still in the crossed, the ship, and so he goes back to kind of thing, and they have this trick like with the box, with this baby kind of box, like, here it is, here we got it here for you, and we kind of thing. And the shock trooper is the one that actually did it. She covers her tattoo. That's a not badass tattoo, by the way. She covers her tattoo kind of thing. It's simple but cool, and everybody can apparently recognize it. So she covers it, and it's like, she did it. She kind of thing did it. She's the bounty hunter that did it. Like, yeah, great, awesome. They get there. They kind of get there. Then it's like, okay. Then a whole shootout happens. Everybody in the bar dies. Then we're on the last episode. While also Krill, I think it was Krill, the one that has spoken, kind of thing. I have spoken. Anyway, so he kind of dies in the end of episode 7. He dies, and he takes that like that. But we still got the droid, that kind of thing. So even though Krill is kind of dead, but he is a nurse. He's like a droid nurse. And the ones that took the kind of thing, we also get in the beginning of the episode 8 they're just talking. And I felt it's a little bit dragged out, but it's actually also funny to see the Empire scouts, those scouts troopers kind of thing from the Empire, like just talking to each other like normal people. Like they're always like, okay, dude, here they're like, yeah, we're here kind of thing. Apparently we have to wait. Okay, we're waiting. This takes long. Like you see those things that you actually never see, like letting them wait, letting them kind of thing. That's like, why are they waiting? Kind of thing. And like this, like he just shot people apparently of his own group to make a point. I'm not gonna go angry. I'm not want to angryize him. So if they want to take him down, let's take him down. I'm not gonna go there. And then one of them wants always to see that. Till then the nurse droid comes, kills those two, and then like, don't worry. I'm sorry you have to see this, but don't worry. I'm here to protect and serve. So this droid then goes mayhem on every droid, but on this point we all also know that it's Marvin and a freaking higher rank. He has a very high rank he was a very high rank in the Empire. We also find that he knows the name of the Mandalorian, he knows the shock trooper by name, everything about him. And the Mandalorian is like, hey, he knows this because he was one of the purge. He was the one that is there on Mandalore. He purged the whole fucking thing. So this one is a very freaking big enemy. Like one of the biggest enemies the Mandalorian is gonna have. I feel like he's gonna come back a lot more before he's gonna be killed off for good. Unless you got some other enemy. But this one, he is so strong. He knows everything. He knows the name of him because only the Mandalorian archives, that was kind of the thing. So nobody else knows it. And the Mandalorian is the only one that knows. And the Empire killed every Mandalorian, killed kind of thing. And so he is kind of so this is like his nemesis. Somebody that destroys his whole planet pretty much. Where he finally got a second chance. He became Mal. He became a Mandalorian. He became this very big kind of thing. And at the end, we also find out it's not all he took. First, let me tell you the rest of the episode before it's like, okay, the EG, he is the Marv not Tarkin, but this Marv, he just goes with his ship. He's like, I give you till sundown because I kind of need the baby alive, and I kind of don't know where he is because somehow, some way, I don't, because I'm too busy with here than having my comms. Anyway, so then the EG unit shows up, destroys almost everybody. Then the Mandalorians kind of thing, but the Mandalorian gets hit. They go back inside, and the Mandalorian is dying. But now they have to escape. They finally escape through the tunnels where the Mandalorians were like hiding out. And because of that, that the Mandalorians were hiding out kind of thing, it's the way. But he is dying, and EG is like, I'm gonna like, let me have a warrior that so like I will kind of thing. It's like nothing can see my face. I'd rather die kind of thing than I'm not a thing. I'm not a person. I'm a thing. I'm not like, he's like, okay, that's kind of random. It's around the clue. That kind of makes sense. I mean, it's normally this is not what makes sense, but it's close enough of a loophole that I'm like, yeah, sure, that loophole works. So this is the first time in the whole season we see his helmet. We see him without his helmet, and he's all blasted up kind of thing. From the fight, you see him kind of thing, and then he finally gets this whole thing, so he can heal and gets out. Then they get back with the rest. Apparently they can go faster than they are, or they're like, oh, should we go back? No, we shouldn't. Wait, should we go? No, we should not go back. Anyway, they get there. They go to. I know this episode a little bit more because I just watched it all out. This is why this is more details. Anyway, then they find all those Mandalorian helmets off, and they're like, oh my god! They're all destroyed! They're purged! No! whole clan is dead. Jesus. We also find out the woman is the woman Mandalorian that made all the metal, his metal kind of thing, his armor. We find she is like, oh yeah, some escaped, so don't worry too much. But some died. But we know this would have happened. We know as soon as we did it, the Empire would come for us because we're like a big threat to the Empire. We always were, even kind of thing. It's like the Mandalorians, if they rise again, they're just a bigger threat on the Jedi. I mean, this would threat everything. So of course they would be like, the Mandalorians are even, they could handle Jedi, so there is also, they could handle the Sith. So they would be in very much danger to both sides. And the Mandalorians, if they spread too much, if they come too big again, they could destroy both sides easily. So the Mandalorian kind of, it's like, okay, but then come with us kind of thing. Now, it's like, oh, and let me see who this thing is that saved you. Who the kind of thing, what is all this, we all sacrificed our lives for. It's like, oh, that little thing. Yeah, he can do some force ability. Ha! Force ability! Ha! Well, actually, that makes sense. I heard stories about Jedis that can do this. So you're now partners. Because you both are now one clan. You two are clan. And the two of you are now, till he's of age, and seeing he is kind of a child, and his years come, like, he's already 50. So that means, yeah, it's like Mandalorian is gonna die from old age before this little Yoda kind of thing goes from his clan. But anyway, so now actually he's like a foundling kind of thing. The young baby Yoda is now a foundling. We still don't have a name for him, so we keep calling him Baby Yoda because they even don't call him Yoda because they don't know Yoda. But the idea is to bring them back. So next season we're gonna have this search for Jedi to get the this Baby Yoda to his family. I mean, it's a Force kind of thing. We cannot get him to wherever his race is from. We don't even know because they're rare. But we can go get them to somewhere else, somewhere in the galaxy, far, far away. Somewhere where by the Jedi. Like maybe there's some Jedi left. Maybe there is some Jedi where he can be with. One way or the other, somewhere there. The Mandalorian is gonna go, and that's gonna be the thing. But then we also get they go to this lava pit, and then there's a whole material EGN units. Is like, well, actually the Mandalorian woman, she is like, you know what? I'm kind of thing, I'm gonna stay here. So she stays here. The kind of thing. Then some stormtroopers come. She makes work of like her equipment for kind of thing. She makes quick work of them. Bam, 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 bang, bang. Dead. We're all dead. So they all died. Then the Mandalorian, she stays there. Then the IQ unit sacrifice himself so they can escape. Then the Morph comes. I don't remember the Morph kind of thing, but he comes with his ship, tries to blast them. Like, okay, we cannot do this. But I didn't not only get this Morph, more. What was that? That thing that I spoke of it earlier. I don't remember the name. More that one horn Moff horn kind of thing. The Moff horn kind of thing. That's actually Baby Yoda and him and the Mandalorian killed. So because they're now two, he gets the signature of the Moff horn. It's like, okay, it was not my kill, he was not my enemy, so apparently that counts. So my first kill was that was my first kill, and so he gets that signature. Like, I will honor it. I'm like, seriously, that thing is your first thing? I really want that. You're gonna get that on some point, maybe. That would be a cool season finale or somewhere down the line. Anyway, so he get a kind of thing. He gets also a jetpack. It's like when you're ready, when you are a bit more healed, you can have this. So he gets this, gets on the Moff's ship, blows it up, and it crashes. Everybody's happy. Some are gonna say, "We're gonna stay." So the shock trooper stays. The IGN unit is exploded, and then the leader Bontier, he stays also. So like I can always use a good shock trooper on my hand, kind of thing. You know, keeping me straight, keeping me kind of thing. I feel like you could do this. So they stick around, but then we also get the Mandalorian buries, you know, Knoll kind of thing. You know, that little kind of like I've spoken. So he's dead. He's not gonna speak anymore. But he's gonna go with a ship trying to find Baby Yoda's home planet, or Baby Yoda's whatever. He's gonna find a home for Baby Yoda, or till he is of age. But this is a baby that can live a long life, so this is not gonna be anytime soon. It's not gonna be like a Groot, where he grows in one movie, and after the next movie he's a teenager, and the next movie is that's not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. Keep that out in mind. Anyway, so he goes, but then we get the reveal of Marv, the Marv kind of thing, getting out of there, getting out of ship, still being alive, with a sword cutting, and we find out the black blade, this saber. This black saber, and I'm like, holy motherfucking phenomenal! If you've seen the Clone Wars, the TV show of the Clone Wars, if not, you should still watch it. And this is like a legend of the first Mandalorian that became a Jedi. There was like this first Mandalorian, and he created this blade of like after they die, they all died. Well, he died of old age, of kind of thing. The Jedi took it and in the temple, but the Mandalorian's like, no, hell no, that's our kind of thing. So they took it, and with that sword they can lead the Mandalorian. So apparently somewhere on Mandalore it was, but because it was there on Mandalore on some point, when the purge happened, everything happened, kind of thing. They killed the Mandalorian, and I think Sabrine, I think, you know, the Sabine of the Star Wars Rebels, because she was the last one that I think in canon had it. I'm not sure she still has it, because on the end of Rebels we get this future kind of thing where after all this she goes with Ahsoka kind of thing. I don't know if she still has the blade. I don't think so. I think she gave it away to somebody before this. I'm not sure, because it's also time ago. But one way or the other, that blade was on Mandalore. And so when the purge happened, when everybody died in a horrible death, he probably not only got the names of everybody, but also got the sword. So he got his way out kind of thing. He has the sword now. That's really a big thing for Mandalorians. Like, one of the biggest things on Mandalorians, besides the armor, the tradition kind of thing, that's like a real fucking big deal that somebody has this blade. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I know I'm already a half hour. I was like, I'm not gonna do a half hour, but apparently I am. So yeah, I really loved this season. I give this whole motherfucking season, I give it an Mandalorian 10.5, legendary, ultra, goblin 10. I don't know, something higher than 10, 1,000, million. I don't know, just the highest ranking you can think of. Think of the highest ranking you can think of, and that's what this is. This was so a great series, good. Every second I enjoyed, every episode I enjoyed. I cannot wait to still see season 2. I'm gonna miss it, kind of thing now. I'm like, no, it's gonna be a break, but it's so good. I don't wanna die. It's like, there's nothing that's so good of Star Wars, and this is like the best Star Wars thing ever. I don't care what other Star Wars movie there is. I don't care what kind of The Mandalorian is obliviously the best thing ever happened to the Star Wars universe. Anyway, what you guys think? What are your thoughts? Let the twisted goblin know all your thoughts down below. I hope to see you guys in my next one. Goodbye. Thank you guys so much for sticking us around. and I hope to see you Goblin Nation in the next one, because this is the way.
I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need.